Farm for Profit Podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit Podcast. Learn about farming while having a laugh. Farm for Profit Podcast.
And listeners, welcome back to the Farm for Profit Podcast. You got Corey and Tanner here sitting in studio, but that's not where today's episode was recorded. This is a pre-recorded episode, Corey, from the day before Valentine's Day, out at the World Agricultural Expo in Tulare, California.
Yes. Oh, man. It was a great time out there. But we wanted to come on and preface this show. It's a fun show, a lot of jokes. We actually go off the rails quite a bit.
You said I was actually funny.
Yeah, Tanner had a really good joke, and that never happens.
Oh, great. Now nobody's going to think it's funny because you set it up.
No. Well, I'm not going to tell you what the joke was because we'll see if you guys think it's funny. But I did want to preface this because this was recorded with our good friend Ag with Emma, and a few short weeks after recording that, very unfortunately, her brother did commit suicide, Samuel, and we are just very deeply saddened. We got permission from Emma for this because we were actually kind of scared to even put it out.
We delayed it 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But that was more for us trying to figure out how to effectively handle this for her.
Right.
And for you
right.
as the audience. Samuel did pass away on March 5th. So this episode is coming out here at the end of the March if you're picking it up as soon as it does drop.
Yep.
Very polite information's been shared throughout all of social media. Emma's been very forthcoming and very appreciative of all the support that's been sent her way.
Yeah, and we just want you to know that if you or someone that you love or know is going through this, just check up on them. There is help out there. You can dial 988. It's the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. Just reach out to a family member or friend because I guarantee you they would rather hear what ails you and try to talk to you than attend your funeral.
We've had a couple of conversations with a really great organization out of Australia called Trade Mutt. And what we learned is just having somebody to chat with, which is why we're going to remind you, you can text or call 515-207-9640 at any time of the day. We'll do our best to respond. We're no expert, but we can certainly try to have a little humor in our response or a little human in our response, whatever it is you might need. But ultimately, the ultimate help in the U.S. comes by dialing 988.
Yep. Or like I said, just reach out to a friend or family member. Just talk. There's nothing worth that. And the fact that farmers are 3.5 times more likely to do this than the general public is sad, and we need to make a change of that. And we will actually have some shows coming out on that. But until then, let's get into this fun show because it truly is a fun time.
I want to kind of dedicate it to Sam. And this is straight from the obituary. It says, Sam leaves behind a legacy of service and loyalty. He was a friend to all that he met. His infectious smile and giggle will not be long forgotten. And I hope that you get to feel that smile and maybe a giggle of your own as you listen to this episode.
Yeah, that's great. Well, let's get into it because we are truly off the rails in this episode. Yeah. And like I said, Emma gave us her permission. She laughed.
The energy was infectious while we were out there. So enjoy this show and reach out and just say hello or tell somebody how much they mean to you. And we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. This might be the most professional show we've done.
Okay.
I love this. I mean, I am looking dead into the sun, and I couldn't be happier. There's no facetiousisms.
What?
Facetionism?
What is that?
It's like facetious, except with isms.
You're trying to say like vasectomy or something.
No, that's what you had.
Yeah.
No,
Have you missed us?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep. I always miss my homies.
I'm excited.
We had to travel across the country to find you.
We did. No, she said we were. Yeah, she said we were following her
following
around.
me around.
That's it.
Exactly.
Stalking.
So we're still out here at the World Ag Expo. We're nearing the end of the day, and it's just going to have a little bit of fun. Maybe we'll go a little off the rails for a show like this. Corey's got himself an intro.
On the rails?
Sure.
Is this Toby Key?
Oh, kind of sounds like it, right?
All right. It's kind of slow. That's all right. Keep it going. Here we go. Ooh.
It got slower.
That's not going to work.
Oh,
Next song.
I just wanted the
Next
The reaction that she came up
on the
with.
Farm for Fun show.
Sounds like a sitcom or
Yeah.
some cooking show.
Today on
be
Maury,
my neighbor?
You are not the father.
Is this a little better?
Sure, I'm
Sure, that'll work.
Today on the Farm for Fun show from the John Deere booth at the 2024 World Ag Expo in Tulare, California. We meet up with a longtime friend of the podcast. This girl has, and friend of Ag. I should put that in. I'm trying to read small stuff here. This girl has blazed her own trail in her young career in Ag, making high quality content and traveling the world, getting equipment, meeting a plethora of farms and farmers along the way. We met her. Where did we meet? National Farm Machinery Show? Oh, there's Jim Ed. We're going off the rails. She's one of the best in the game. She has so many followers, we can't even count each one individually. I just want to tell you she has over 600,000 followers across all of her platforms. Please, welcome. Are you still the Acre gal?
Are you the Acre gal?
Kind of died off.
The Acre gal. Miss Ag with Emma.
Woo! Yes.
You can tell the day is it's the
You
last
guys are
one
tired.
of the day. Woo! Woo! You did say I was giving off a grumpy
Grumpy
vibe,
vibes.
which I don't know who could give off grumpy vibes in the shirt.
The
From
shirt
Trade
is
Mart.
epic.
But yeah, we had to chase you all the way out here. We scared you out of Iowa and Louisville. And when it comes to World Ag Expo,
I just had enough of you guys.
How are
and
you doing?
Ended up chasing me down anyways. I've been
Yeah.
doing good. I've been staying busy. It's very nice.
going?
It's winter time and I'm getting tractor
bet.
hours in California. So
yeah.
how's you guys
Yeah.
been?
Ed.
We've been good. I just want to go through some statistics comparisons, right? We go like freshman year of Ag with Emma to now junior year Ag
Is
with
it
Emma.
junior year already?
Well, I think it's got to be close, right? We give you at least another senior year, and then if that doesn't get you anywhere, you got your COVID year, and then we could redshirt. We can just keep giving you more years if
Perfect.
you needed that.
I'll be like the super duper college freshman.
So your freshman stats was 101 on TikTok, 101,000, and you're now over 172.
Yes. It's been a little bit of a slow growth.
Yeah.
It's getting
I mean,
there.
that's pretty good.
Instagram had 95,000. Now you're up over 145.
Who are the new followers?
Mostly Middle Eastern men.
I was going to say, what market are you hitting?
Will you marry me? Those type of
Punjabi.
DMs. Yeah.
Facebook went from 7.5 to 20. Twitter went from 12.5 to 27.
Oh,
Very hard to grow Twitter audiences.
it is.
So good job.
Thank
But YouTube subscribers,
That I can explain everything
The
about
YouTubes.
YouTube after you drop the numbers.
you had 16.3
Yes.
last time we interviewed,
That was in November of 2022.
and you have almost 230,000.
You got a 250,000 followers.
I used my assets.
Use your assets.
That's the big thing. This summer, I can tell you like, exactly when that happened. It was this summer. I was blowing radiators out on the 9RX and the 9R during harvest and greasing equipment in the morning. And then everybody on YouTube loved it. So that short, I guess, on YouTube got 40 million plus views. And then I
Holy
privated the video
smokes.
because it was bringing in a lot of, I don't know, not retentional subscriptions. So
Okay.
it's a private video now.
But don't
40
those
million.
subscriptions and views, don't they? I mean, because you
I
monetize YouTube,
make
doesn't that
a
still?
lot more money per 1,000 views on my long form content now, for sure.
Because of the
And
number of
exactly,
subscribers.
Yep, and it's sometimes there's a little bit more watch retention just because of how many people see
How
it
long
now.
do you have
so-
to be long form?
What do you
Over a
mean?
minute.
Over a minute?
Yeah.
So Corey needs to start using his assets when he posts our content on
Those
YouTube.
like overall shirtless videos would probably do very well.
Oh, you
With the
make
pigs
those?
I've done
screen,
that
but
before.
Yeah,
I've
I
done that.
remember
Yeah,
with
I
his mullet
remember.
wig.
She remembers.
I've done that.
It's a very horrid memory. But I do
Oh, come on.
That's
So
pretty
you're
wild.
saying sex sells on YouTube?
It wasn't that. It was just a 9RX. I'm gonna blame it on the deer.
There was a deer in
No,
your
I had
video?
so many comments that were like, I don't even want to repeat them. I should go look through the comments and we can talk about comments at the end
Just
of the
like
podcast.
read through.
Here,
some
I'll
of
go
the good
find
ones.
some while you guys come up with some more
Okay.
questions.
That's a massive Steely. Do you have a Steely?
Yes. That's what I
Oh.
used to record. So I'll slap this that's what I used to record the 40 million short video.
Mine's a baby.
I know.
Wait,
that's
let
what
me
I.
see.
It's
It's
a,
just
he's
a
got a
baby.
meat.
Oh,
He's got a
yeah. I
baby
have like a
Steely.
whole
You got
knob
a
for mine
size-
and everything.
He's got a
Size
big
matters.
knob Steely. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. 'cause,
Bigger
like,
is
the
always
strength of
better.
it-
Yeah.
No, I put this on a little window mount inside the tractor, and then I just, like, you can throw it up on any part of the tractor, basically, to record stuff. So
You don't have a 15 yet? You only got 2 cameras there.
Yeah. I'm working on a 15 because my phone overheats because I still edit everything on my phone.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll be, like, holding my phone and my hands are, like a potato out of the oven. So
This was like all CapCut?
so bad.
What do you
yeah, I
use
use CapCut, so I pay for CapCut Premium. And I edit my long form and short form in that. So it's very handy, and I would recommend 10 out of 10. A lot of people say that I should use like Premiere Pro, but then I would have to get a computer for that. So
Huh. Yep.
That's
as much as I've
a
done,
little thumbing around.
yeah. Oh, I found it. Here's some comments.
Oh, Tanner wants to read a review.
Oh, here it comes.
Another 5-star review, Tanner?
This is another 5-star review, so we do not care what they type in the comments. This one came from Apple Podcasts and Uffrey J. So is that a play on Jeffrey U? But it's Uffrey J?
Free J.
Uffrey. Oh, Uffrey J.
I don't know.
Say that slower.
A free.
Free J. Oh.
I think you should
You're
just
still
read the
clueless?
review and
Just
stop.
keep going. Solar panels. Efficiency is about 22.8%. Lifespan. I mean, he goes into this long criticism of our solar episode. But
Yep.
he gave us 5 stars, so we love this. And he goes, no risk here. If it works for you, great. Thanks for the good content, was the way that ended.
Oh, very good.
I fully support if you want to be critical and give some helpful thoughts and still give us 5 stars. Love it.
Game
it's
on.
constructive.
And if
Yeah.
you're giving out a free J's, call Corey.
Call Corey.
Free J's. I get it.
Yes, you got it.
Please excuse my friend. He's a little
He's a
slow.
little slow.
The town is that
I think
way.
we've said that 4 or 5 times since we've been out here, and I don't know if that's a good sign.
What have you said?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, what do you got? You got comments pulled up?
Oh, yes.
This is
here.
from the big
big
video?
radiator video. I see my fellow cake enthusiasts have gathered here.
My fellow cake enthusiast.
Has 2,000 likes on that comment. Damn, the wheat isn't even harvested yet, and the cake is already baked. I've deleted a lot of them. Like I go through,
This
and I
episode's
would take
brought to you
20
by
minutes.
Pillsbury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
There's some like wholesome ones, like kudos to all the farm boys and farm girls in the world. Thank you and God bless. Like, this should be the type of woman we should be showing our young daughters. You watch the MTV Awards or trash like that and see what your babies are idolizing. This is a role model. So it's either about my bakery or being a role model.
Your bakery.
Nothing about dump trucks or anything like that?
No, I think I muted the word dump truck, so I can't even comment.
So her bakery. Now that makes me wonder.
I think we should not divulge into
We
that.
did
I
that
was just giving-
episode with Just a Jackson thing,
Yeah.
and he kept calling his aunt the Mad Baker.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. Can we try a little social experiment and turn that back on and see how many views you get
On top
Right
of
now
now?
until
Okay.
the end of the
Let's see.
see if
Okay, I'll
YouTube's
work
like
on it.
You're gonna
Sniffs.
unprivate it.
sniffs it out.
I wonder.
Do you think they
honestly.
would? Like it just starts going
I don't
nuts
know.
again, or do you think it'd just be like
I should do it
37
because like
views?
my YouTube subscriptions plateaued after I privated it. It has 1.2 million likes and 9,000 comments.
I mean, so what is the point? You said it was people that weren't sticking around, or not the people that you wanted, but at the end
A
of
lot
the day,
of like foreign subscriptions, but
At the end of the day, that's
they
what
don't
pays.
ask who, they ask like how many. So
yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped.
I just said it on public. We'll
So what's
save it.
wrong with a few bad comments or things
Well,
like
it was
that?
just like blowing up my phone, kind of thing.
Well,
I
turn
turned my
your-
I turned my
notifications
notifications off, but
Right.
that's like all I could think about. So
So as you reflect on the last 2 years since we've been doing this, Corey introduced you as the Acre gal, and you're like, oh, that kind of. When
Well,
did
I've
you
been
stop
told-
being the Acre gal?
I just think that it lost a little bit of relevance. Like I'll still tie it into like some of my content, and like the OGs will get it, and that's fun. But I think there was a lot of people that I would get comments from like, "Oh, just let it go, dude." Like, and I've met up with people in person, and they're like, "Yeah, a lot of people don't like you because you've built your following off of a number that people don't care about." And I'm like, "Well, I'd like to see them do it," and that's not why I stopped
cares?
sharing it. But I think that I just moved on to sharing like my experiences rather than just facts.
I don't know what I mean. Tony Reed built his following off of saying,
Dropping
"Hey,
Yeah.
like, whatever." Like, I just who cares how you get them? I mean, that's part of the game.
It
right?
does build your niche, though. So
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to point my niche more towards like people who are seeking information, and the Acre thing is
cake.
part of that.
Why don't you own the why don't you just like?
Why don't you own the bakery?
Yeah, own the bakery.
I should, but I feel like that's a little Midwest Emma of me. So
Oh.
only one Emma can play that game.
I thought it was more Laney Wilson of you.
Have you seen her lately? She doesn't have as nice.
No.
Like, what
I
happened?
have a picture with
What
me and Laney
happened?
Wilson.
You and Laney
Oh, is it-
Wilson?
Yeah,
Ozempic.
I'll show you. I'm just like referencing my phone too much in this podcast. and
That's
people
fine.
Can't even
We've
see
got
it,
a video podcast.
You think Laney Wilson did Ozempic?
I do.
No.
I think
so.
that we
I thought
shouldn't
Ozempic was
judge.
for like diabetic.
It is.
Well,
There's a
it's-
version of for type 2
Yeah.
diabetes, but then
I-
it also helps you lose weight.
There's a gal in our town that owns the coffee shop. She's done that stab yourself once a week deal, and yeah.
I've heard it's also very expensive.
It's very expensive. Everyone's doing it, so you can't even get it.
Yeah.
And I've heard that it makes you not hungry, or makes things that you
Well, yeah, when you're like
eat
giving
makes you feel sick.
Because I know a gal that has to take shots to like make herself kind of like not hungry, for like diabetic purposes.
Yeah.
But like you just said, like
And so you live right down the road, right?
She's farming right down the road.
I'm
from here.
farming down
We're
the
not
road
there
right
yet.
now, yeah.
We're looking. What are we
We're
looking
looking
for?
at Laney Wilson and
Oh,
Me's
that's right.
flag.
The bakery.
So you were the Acre gal. So now what's your trend?
Oh yeah,
What
see,
do
there's
you
Laney Wilson. That was like 2
what do
years
you do?
ago.
Oh my God! Yeah, you
consistently?
guys did. It was. Wow, we need that picture to put up on
Oh.
the. Kyle, put this picture up right
Kyle,
here
Put this picture up right here.
when this is on YouTube.
That's the album cover.
You're like 12 in that picture.
I was 19. Oh my
Don't
goodness.
make this something we get in trouble for.
Okay, she was 19. She
I
was
was
19.
She was
12. That makes
18 in one
sense.
day. I was actually came across a TikTok comedian that was, doing crowd work and asked if they were even old enough to be at the show. And apparently the boyfriend, said just turned 18 yesterday. And the comedian goes, you shouldn't be excited about that because that meant the day before yesterday.
She was 17.
You shouldn't have been doing what you were doing in the eyes of the law. And
Yeah.
that was really kind of funny.
Interesting.
awkward.
His delivery was much better than mine, but we all got the point.
It wasn't
I
as
know a
funny
guy-
when you said it.
I know a guy that married the gal that he got arrested for hanging out with, dating, et cetera, and more. And she ended up getting pregnant, and they have a kid. And the father, well, now father-in-law, sued him, and he got a felony or something, or whatever the charge is. He got the charge for underage, whatever, and then they got married, and now they're married. That's gonna be an awkward wedding or Thanksgiving.
Family Christmas.
a class simp felony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lives right close to us too. You guys.
So you didn't answer the question. So now what's the content based around? You're no longer doing just the 43.560?
Yeah, well, I've been making like informational videos about what we do on the farm in North Dakota that I worked on last year. So after, to catch everyone up, after the last podcast, I was going to Australia. So I got done in Australia. I didn't really record much down there because I had a lot going on, and that sucked that I didn't record more. And then I got back. I did some farm shows with you guys, and I did some media stuff. And then the spring of last year, so 2023, I started working on the farm in North Dakota that I harvested for on Harvest Crew in 2022. So I got to go run a sprayer, air seeder, swath hay for them. I helped with the neighbors' cows and did a bunch of stuff, and then ran grain cart for them during harvest. So I've been more targeted towards like, hey, this is what we do with wheat. There's a lot of misunderstanding behind the wheat side of agriculture with the glyphosate, the GMOs. Like, I started posting more of that, and then also when you post more of the ag facts, you get a lot more haters, which fuels your content and your engagement, but it also fuels your will to not post on the internet.
Right.
So the wheat get more pushback because it goes into bread and everybody eats bread?
Exactly.
And everyone thinks you
Yep.
spray.
Everyone thinks they have a gluten allergy because of glyphosate.
Yeah. And
Really?
everyone thinks you spray wheat with glyphosate,
You can't. It's not
which
a
you
GMO.
can't unless you're trying to defol it. Yeah. Literally.
Defoliate. Yeah.
Yeah. Kill it.
So, like, we'll spray Roundup on the wheat ground before we plant to, burn down the wheat that is left over because we run John Deere combine, so everyone likes to say that we spit out
geez.
the whole crop out the back. But, case does it worse. So,
Yeah.
every combine spits it out a little bit, but we have to burn it down. And then during in crop, I didn't spray in crop because it's a lot more pressure.
Yep.
And I wasn't as experienced, and I was doing other things, but we don't spray Roundup.
And
in
there's
crop.
no GMO wheat, right?
No, there's not. There's scientifically not. They're like commercially produced, anyways. So
Yeah,
the
there's
a lot of-
crossbreds.
yeah.
I didn't know if I knew there was no GMO wheat.
Yeah, there's no traits in wheat.
There's only a small list of genetically modified organisms that are commercially produced. That's what catches everyone is they're like, well, they made this in that place and this in that place. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not the U.S. and it's not genetically modified and commercially produced anymore. So
Right.
whenever I like get the heat on the seat for social media, it's about GMOs.
Or your bakery, because you're preheated your oven.
Spray glyphosate on it.
I just had an idea for you.
Yeah.
Don't.
Maybe hold the idea. Write it down.
don't.
It's a
Keep
good
it in your
idea.
head.
It's like audible idea.
Okay.
So you got the egg shirt on. Your egg with Emma, right? You know how they said the deal like, I am Tiger Woods. I am Tiger. You know, and everybody write in.
I am Tiger.
I am whatever, and you put your name in. You can just put egg with and it's just a blank line. Then whoever it is, egg with Tanner, egg with Corey, and make it like a chalk shirt. They can write their name on it or something.
Yeah.
A chalk shirt.
If I had the motivation to pop merch out, I probably would.
You can
but
make like egg with Emma. Yeah.
The
you were
Tiger
just gonna
Woods
say, "I
actually
am
just
Ag."
came out with a new apparel line, and he's teaming up with, I can't remember what company it is now, but it's like Sun Par Red or Red Par Sun. You know, like what? What does this even mean? Just put random words on a
What
shirt.
does it mean?
I don't know. I saw the headline. I didn't read the article.
It's just a new form of a graphic tee. Something different that no one's done in Tiger Woods.
three-letter words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have to unscramble it, and it becomes bakery or something.
So are you worn out of traveling around yet?
I mean, I definitely have missed a lack of stability. I've never really had a sense of stability, so that's why I like moved around so much the last couple of years. But the North Dakota thing is like pointing towards working out at least for another season. So I'm kind of still just playing it season by season.
So you're heading back there, planning to.
Eventually, yeah. So
You had a boyfriend
Harvesting
there?
too, not planning.
Boyfriend?
skip subject.
No boyfriend?
So you do have a boyfriend in North Dakota?
No,
huh?
I don't
Did.
anymore.
Did.
That kind of.
Kicked him out?
So you're talking about next season. So did we hit what you're doing this season? So you're
You
here.
know that John Deere has a dating app?
Really?
Yes. It connects you with your machine.
It connects you with your equipment.
Operational center.
Yeah.
No, it's not the operational center.
It's equipment ops.
No, it's a. What is it
Bakery
called?
ops.
Here, I'll tell you. I have it on
Yeah,
my
Dave
phone.
has it on his
I
phone.
have this dating app.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
Wait for it.
He's-
Wait for
I should
it.
tell your wife about your dating
Much
app.
more connected to his equipment than all the rest of us.
It just says equipment.
So you were. Where was I going with this? Oh, you
I
were
was in.
distracting
Are
me.
we talking about last year?
Something
Where
about
you're
a dating
at, no, where you're
app.
at now.
and
So we
you're
got to the
asking-
point
yeah.
of you're going to go back potentially to North Dakota.
Yeah, so
Why are
then-
you out here?
I'm helping my dad plant potatoes down south of Tulare. So we're planting potatoes, and then I'll have to leave before he plants the rest of them up north because it'll be spray season in North Dakota.
I think you should interview your dad.
He's very shy.
So is your dad is he farming the
He-
ground that he farms, or is
So
he
he
like a...
manages a farm. It's
Manager.
yeah, it's like more of a corporate farm. So
Okay.
Which is why he farms in different areas.
no, he's so my family moves around a lot, but they don't farm around because of what I do or like because my dad is similar to me, but they have just found some better opportunities and took them, so it might be a little inconvenient for them because last time we talked they were in Iowa. I was going to see them after the podcast.
Yep.
They moved from Iowa to California because my dad got a better job managing a farm out here.
Huh.
So they opened up a new location in California, and they were like, hey, we think you'd be perfect for this, so he moved out here to do that. And then he needed an extra operator for planting, so I run the dammer diker after the potato planters because there's
Does that need to be bleeped out? What did you just
A
say?
dammer
a
diker?
dammer diker. It's spelled
Okay.
Dammer, Dikking.
I was picking up on what you put
No
down.
bleep necessary.
I just made a video on Instagram about it. It's just basically a cultivator that follows, so the little shanks go in between the potato rows. And then we have paddles that are in between every row that make little holes for the water to go into, so it doesn't just like
kinda collects
run
the
off
water.
Right.
Exactly. Makes it more efficient when you're watering those potatoes. And everything does get irrigated down here, if people don't know that.
Sure does.
So why you mentioned that he's got to finish planting here and then he's got to go somewhere else to plant. How
Yeah,
far
so
away is
since
somewhere
it's
else?
like 5 hours north of where they're at right now. So they just have two separate farms, but he's the manager for both of them. Just because they're kind of juggling things around, seeing how California works for him, kind of thing. So
does he have a house on both farms, or where's?
no, my family lives even more south of the farm, so they have to commute to the farm.
Wow,
It's been quite the adventure for them. So
that's what it sounds like.
I need to go find stability elsewhere.
I thought you had stability. I saw something about a new mate.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend.
Man,
I don't have a boyfriend.
Did you
You are-
miss that?
you are
Dave?
good
No.
about
Like 10
salt
seconds ago.
in the wound.
I mean,
Just
it was like
rub
a
it.
month
Do you want to
ago
bring up the
that-
dog too? Is this
No,
now when we bring
Oh,
the dog
yeah,
up?
my dog died, and I was the reason why.
That was the mate. You dingo.
I am sorry about
Oh,
That's what she posted.
I just got the pity pat from.
that. I am. I have
I know, it
accidentally
was
ran
so
over a
sad.
dog before. It's
I
the
didn't
worst
know
of
your
the
dog
year.
died. I
Everyone-
just knew you had a dog.
Everyone has asked about my dog because I just quit posting him. I didn't post why. I just posted like this little montage of depressing videos because I was like crying my eyeballs out. This was the worst. It was in July, and I came home, well, to where I was living. So my home, and the driveway is pretty long. And I pulled in the driveway, and I just was like, well, I should probably go help someone else because my boyfriend at the time was still working, and I was like, well, I should go help and see what they need over there. So I was leaving the driveway, and normally my dog doesn't run, like, I keep an eye on him, but he was bolting out towards the tree line, and I was like, perfect, he's fine. I sped up, and then he bolted back the other way, and I just felt this big old whoomp, and it was so sad because I heard it, and I heard him, and it was just really depressing. And then I bawled for the next, like, 3 days. I had to swath hay the next day, and my eyes were so puffy and swollen. I took a picture. It's on my Snapchat. It's terrible. So he was
That's
my best little
terrible.
buddy. I love him. He was my first dog, too, so I'm like, oh, I'm just a murderer.
We had to put our girls' first dog down. We had her before we had kids.
Yeah.
14 years. So thankfully, we got 14 years with her, but it doesn't make it any easier if it's 14 or 2 or what it was.
Yeah.
That was still pretty tough. But we had such a goofy winter. At least the ground wasn't froze, and we could take care of a proper service.
Yeah.
Now you just need a new something to take your mind off it.
Yeah. Well, that's where the stability part comes in. I need to go move somewhere that I can, I like to be in a place that I can take care of things that I
Sure.
acquire. So,
And you think that's North Dakota?
For now, I scheduled a therapy appointment in North Dakota, so I have to go back now.
Oh, there
Is
you
this
go.
your first therapy appointment?
Oh no, I've had a lot of therapy, but it's like I need to like have real therapy now. I
Maybe
can't
we
just-
could like
That's
branch
these
off.
shirts.
Branch off and have a therapy division of where we just ask questions.
You know what? I love a lot of John Deere products, but I swear that generator behind us, it started off quiet. Like this morning when it was running, he was talking about how quiet that generator was running. I think it's gotten louder and louder as the day goes on.
I mean, to be fair, these guys did not ask for us to be here. They're not happy that we're here.
You guys need like a RV sunshade.
Well,
thing
yeah.
that
I mean,
goes
we're on the
over
main stage during like prime time,
when
but
it's
then we get
important
shoved
John Deere
off
stuff.
to the
Yeah.
sideshow.
Yeah.
But for Egg with Emma, it's not that
It's
important.
sideshow
So
stuff.
we
It's
just-
wanna-
definitely not main
I
stage
can't wait to
material.
see
Look
the
at the
video.
crowd, guys.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see the video.
It's huge.
The lighting has just got to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna look
good.
like a ghost.
We have
I'm gonna
no
look like a
shadows.
traffic cone just beaming white.
That's fine. You look like a ghost in this video, and tomorrow I'm going to look like a pumpkin
Dave,
or
did
a
you
tomato
kill one of California's
because of my
bees?
sunburn.
I'm
must
pretty sure
have.
that's a felony in California.
Wow.
It.
Come on, little buddy.
It was a honeybee. It wasn't.
It's still
killing
moving.
Did you pull the stinger out of him too?
No, but a bunch of like pus came out the back.
Oh, wow.
This is the perfect time to play a game.
Oh yes.
We think this would be great, right? Time to play a game, Emma.
I think it's time to play a game.
We tried this with the young farmers in Iowa.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did a snake draft, and I thought it went pretty well.
That was a good one. It was the best smells on the farm.
The best smells on the
Ooh.
farm.
What's a snake draft?
Actually, it wasn't
Yes.
even on the. It was just best smells.
So snake draft, it's a draft. So you have to think about the best jobs on the farm. But if I say it ahead of you, because the snake order goes Emma, Corey, myself, you,
Oh.
snakes back. You get to do 2 in a row, and it goes this way. So there's potentially a lot of spots between your picks that your choice could go and disappear.
All right, I might need more help with this, but
And the problem that I have is I don't have a pen to keep track of this with.
I'm also penless.
I don't know where those went.
I have one in my bag.
Normally bakers.
I will
don't
do it
carry
on my
pens.
phone. I
There you
got
go.
it. We'll do it on
Oh,
my
wow,
phone.
technology.
Oh wow.
Fascinating. So we're going to do a snake draft on the best jobs on the farm. Emma, what do you think would be your number 1 pick?
Grain cart.
Okay.
Gives you this like overarching sense of power.
Grain cart operator, Corey.
So, my favorite job, or like what I think.
The best job. It doesn't.
The
doesn't
job you have the most fun with. The job that makes you just want to jump out
The
of bed.
best
and, like,
job.
I love this.
I love planting.
Okay.
I like to run the planter, and
corn or beans though, because it's different.
to me, I
equally both. I guess beans you're a little more lax.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take, but you got to fill up more on beans.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Right. What?
That's your favorite part of the job.
I do. I enjoy planting. And I think it's something to do with like the season. You come out of this depressing winter and everything's turning green, and it's like a sign of like new life. That's why I like it.
I agree.
I'm going to go relaxing with my best. Starting off with, I
Just
enjoy
relaxing on the farm?
the instant gratification of mowing. I know people
I might
hate
steal that one.
mowing, but for me, if I can get
Mowing your yard, mowing a ditch.
mowing the yard, mowing in general. I mean, I could just the instant gratification of something looking nice.
And the smell of it.
Yes,
nicer.
The smell of mowing is good. I like the result of mowing. I don't like doing the mowing.
Okay.
If I don't have anything else going on,
This is a mower shirt.
this is. If I don't have anything else going on, I do enjoy it. But if I'm always behind on something, so I'm just sitting there mowing for 4 hours going, I got to do this.
All
Shouldn't
right.
be on this mower.
Dave, best job.
I kind of like the. You guys know I like to make stuff. So
Shop work.
the shop work, the welding stuff, the invention stuff. I like inventing the part that somebody didn't make, and I'm gonna make it better. I like making stuff better.
Okay. So now you got to do 2 in a row. This is part of the snake draft. You got 2 picks in a row. We're snaking back over.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Well, then the next thing I would say the management of the farm. So putting all the pieces together. I always want to build hotels for a living.
That's exactly what I thought.
And
David
so-
would've said.
I want to take all the parts and pieces and make sure they all integrate together.
Makes sense.
I'm sticking instant gratification again on my next pick. I'm going hauling manure. There's just something about
Why is that gratifying?
there's
What?
something about spreading solid manure when you get to see the pile get to be gone.
Tanner goes 6 to noon when he gets to go haul some manure.
6 to noon.
Especially if it's snow covered, because then you can see where you've been.
Oh my!
Oh, that's super controversial on the internet right now.
Wow.
Snow covered.
God, you guys made it way too easy for me. This was the one I was
Yeah, this
debating
was
on.
supposed to be
So
hard.
driving a combine.
Hey,
Oh
you're
yeah,
still alive.
Come on. Everybody likes that. Although I like to do it for a little bit. I don't like to be in there all day. Like I want to be in something I'm moving a lot more in.
Yeah.
Yeah, back and forth. All
Can
day in
get
the combine,
out.
Can kinda,
Yeah.
You
do
did-
all that kind of stuff.
For the record, you did not kill it. It is still moving.
You just
I
made
know,
It
it-
suffer.
If the combine stops to pee, everyone
Everyone
knows.
gets held up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Emma.
I'd say tillage.
Running tillage.
It's a girl job.
All kind of tillage, or like you got like a special, like
Ooh.
a favorite.
Well, this spring I was on the Gates. Oh, that tillage equipment.
The
sucks.
Gates?
It's like a Gates turbo till.
Oh, like
Ah.
a vertical tillage thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd say just like in general. I
So
got to run
basically-
one of those high-speed discs from John Deere, the new ones.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
Like that?
We broke some new ground up with that. And that
So you
was
just like
pretty
to
good.
drive a tractor.
I just really like driving tractors.
Yeah, that's what I got. Grain cart. I see a theme here.
We got to go back. We're going to go back one more time, and then on the way back, we'll do worst job. So it'll be 3 good jobs, 1 worst job. So you got one more. One more good one, Emma.
I'd say spraying.
You know, I have never sprayed.
I like the how accurate you have to be. Kind of, makes your little brain muscles work.
Sure.
So
I'm gonna go with trucking.
Really?
makes your brain muscles not work.
Yeah.
Can't do labor license.
So that is usually what I do during harvest because I said I like to drive the combine, but only for a little bit. Trucking allows me to be in and out, not moving constantly throughout the day, managing the grain site. I realize that's such a hired hand job as
I think
an owner.
honestly,
but-
and trucking allows you to, like you said, manage, and that's
Right.
important. It's like a peace of mind thing,
yeah.
so you know exactly where.
And then
everything's at.
you just get those little breaks, like when you're dumping, you get 3 minutes. It's like, all right, I'll check TikTok or make a phone call or whatever, like where you can just kind of relax.
or make a dump for your friend to step in.
Yeah. Okay, I did not do that on purpose.
Anyways.
that was on
Not
the
that
original
time.
show.
All the times that he has tried to do it again on
Yeah.
purpose, it's not working.
Yeah, if you try to do that, it doesn't work.
You have to tell me if this is too much overlapping with Dave's management, but I like the logistics. I like knowing we need to have a tool truck here. We need to make sure we've got 3 semis here. How are we going to make sure everybody gets back to the farm? Knowing how to get where and do what.
You like the
I think
chaos.
that's enough different than Dave's.
Okay.
It's not management, but it is that's also a farmhand thing. Could be.
That is
where,
part of.
where management is less of a farmhand and more.
That's one of my low key ones. Probably is. I always am stressed about the chaos that's going on, but when you like the day that you don't have it, you're kind of like, what do I do?
Where's everybody? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's where they're supposed to be.
It's like, oh, I enjoy chaos, I guess.
All right, Dave, you got one more good one, and then you get to kick off the worst jobs on the farm.
This one might steal Corey's deal, so I might have to double dip here. That like has Flick the Bean Friday, like checking crops.
Oh.
Yeah.
That might be a good one. You get to drive around all your fields, check them, see, so appreciation of what you've done, I guess. So Flick the Bean Friday.
Okay.
All right. I like that.
Crop scouting
Yeah.
is the technical term.
Yeah.
Could have said that.
Fuck the brain. Fuck
I
the
know, but
beans. All right,
It's
worst
gotta-
job.
Yeah.
My wife loves this. Feeding cows.
You don't like feeding cows.
I don't as much, and the reason I don't is because I like efficiency, and people that check cows and do it good, they will look at them all, and they're looking at them and they're like, that one's walking wrong, that one's got a bad foot, that one's she's ready to be bred. You have to slow down and pay attention. So for me, that one doesn't work as well. I don't want to slow down. I'm like, all right, we feed them, done. I'm back in from chores in 5 minutes. My wife takes an hour and a half.
Maybe she just wants to be away from you.
She probably does. She probably does.
All right, I'm going to go chore.
So I like efficiencies, and feeding cows does not seem efficient because guys that are good at it manage their herd.
Efficiently.
Yeah, I'm torn between. I called it deads, taking dead stock, especially in hog barns, and working cattle. Obviously, deads has its reason because especially if you don't get in on it timely, or nobody likes dead stock anyway. It's just a feeling of depression when you have to take care of that. But
Why did all the negatives come with cattle?
For
Everybody
me-
liked row
for
crop.
me, working cattle is so monotonous. It's the same.
Yep.
Well, then this shot implant, it just is annoying. So I'll go with working cattle as my.
Yeah, I was going to say loading pigs.
No, I'm sure that's a pain.
Loading pigs or working pigs, vaccinating, whatever. Anything that makes me be in the hog barn any longer than I have to be. So kind of the same with Dave.
Yeah. Livestock.
But I love I do enjoy parts of the pigs.
Yeah.
So people might take me wrong, like there, but yeah, there's it's just so means to an end is what they are at sometimes. Like I got to do this. It sucks, but if I don't, then I'm not farming. So.
Mine's picking out muddy roller baskets off tillage.
Dave had a question about roller baskets this morning.
Really?
Did you know that Dave bought a farm?
Really?
Yep.
Have to have Egg with Emma come out and help me.
Egg with Emma?
Eggs with Emma.
Yeah, I could. For like a day.
That's
I'm
all it'll
going
take.
back to-
Yeah, 70 acres.
That's all it'll take. Yeah.
But it's amazing. He bought a farm, then he bought a planter, and he's going to buy a field
Piece of tillage.
cultivator.
Yep.
and
Are you
he's-
technically first gen then?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys have
I-
another first gen?
I did talk
farmer
with my
interview.
dad about this though, and my dad's like, "Well, my grandpa used to farm." I didn't.
Well,
I
skip generation.
I
What
didn't realize that.
happened?
I don't
you
know.
didn't know that your grandpa
I
farmed.
did not know. I've never had a grandpa because they died before I was born. So I really never asked a grandpa a question because I've never had a grandpa.
So did you not have a grandpa? Or did you just, he was not around? He was.
Never had a
He
grandpa.
had to have had
since
a
I've been-
grandpa.
since I've been born, I've never had a grandpa.
You had to have had.
He's
a
never
grandpa.
met his grandpa.
Okay. But
Alright.
you didn't pay attention when you were a kid close enough? Your dad didn't tell you that he had a farm? What did he farm?
When I was a kid, my dad didn't farm.
No, but did
and
he
my
ever tell you
grandpas were-
stories?
No, not at all.
Never talked about dead grandpa.
What did he farm?
They in Montana, wheat, a lot of wheat harvest
Barley?
type stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they had row crop, apparently like 3,000 acres.
Yeah.
I just heard this like literally a week ago because when I
Wow.
bought the farm, my dad's like, "Yeah, well, Grandpa used to farm." It's like, what?
What are all you guys farming in North Dakota?
Wheat and sunflowers is what we did last
spring,
year.
Spring wheat?
There's some people that do winter wheat where we're at, but not a lot. So
Wait, I missed this. So did we get her worst job? Did
Yeah.
we get Emma's?
yeah, roller baskets.
Roller baskets.
Oh, that's right.
No corn.
Well, we might switch into something to just throw some more rotation in there this year, but we'll see if that happens.
No
'cause wheat and
livestock?
sunflower, no, the neighbors have livestock.
So now we got a large audience here to vote on who did the best in the snake draft. So we might have to do it. We're gonna shut this place down. Can you hear that?
Can we just say how impressive that PA system is?
Yeah,
hanging
Did you see
from
it,
that
though?
crane?
It's on that crane. I didn't see it up this morning.
That's better sound
fell?
than a Luke Bryan concert. I've literally been to a Luke Bryan concert
Yep.
where it's like I'm standing on one side of the stage and the wind's blowing to the other side. And you can't hear. I'm like, what is this?
That's pretty wild. Okay, so here's our teams. Emma, your team for best was driving the grain cart, running tillage, spraying, and your worst job was cleaning out roller baskets. Corey's planting, combining, trucking, loading pigs.
That's gonna win.
Mowing. Mine was mowing, manure hauling, working out the logistics, and then working cattle. Dave's was shop work / welding, the management of the farm, checking crops, feeding cows. Who do you think? How do you feel about your team, Emma?
It's a lot of crops stuff. not a lot of variety. It's just operator stuff.
Maybe we got to get you on a ranch.
You know mine. Mine wins hands
Well-
down because it had planting and harvesting.
combining.
Yeah, you do.
How did you guys leave the top 2 picks of the draft? And I didn't even go
Because
for
we
it.
answered honestly the stuff that we've got
You
to
were
do.
strategic.
We
You
don't
were
get
just
we
kinda
don't we
like-
don't get to do the cool stuff like you do
See,
because
even though, but
yeah.
for me, even though I get into combine every once in a while, and I just get so bored so fast.
Yeah, it's the ADHD.
Yeah.
Squirrel. Got your little dog cone on.
All I know is I thought that was a small airfield. That's a plane that we could have flying out of this place.
Yeah, no LA anymore. That was dumb.
That's always a bad experience. You guys gotta like fly out of Burbank.
We got to
That's
figure.
We
It's
did
smaller.
see Jason Sudeikis, though.
Who's that?
What?
Oh, you did with
Yeah.
Channel 8?
Yeah.
No, that's Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's Sadeko?
We saw Jason Sudeikis at the rental car place.
Pull him up.
I don't know who it is.
You're gonna have to Google him.
Yes, you've seen him.
So Emma, as you are gearing up, are you making any? You're not for sure. You're going back to North Dakota.
Well, I am going back to North Dakota.
That's right.
For
You got
sure.
scheduled a therapy session. You're
Yep.
gonna back.
I
I
had
know
to like
this guy.
force myself into going back to somewhere. So, yeah.
If we can get you lined up on a ranch with livestock, would you go?
I have been diving into some opportunities for livestock this year. And if
Sweet.
I get into that, it will definitely be on my channel. There was a ranch page that shared that they were hiring interns for the summer for a couple of weeks at a time. And
Yeah.
it's an unpaid position, but they're in Idaho. And I applied for it. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? You know?
You should be on the
So-
Yellowstone Ranch
Ugh.
for like
The
season
fake
7.
ranch that they like pop out baby calves that like aren't covered in afterbirth. Yeah.
I think you should start up a second channel that's just like Cake with Emma.
Oh
And like it's just a spoof. It's just like a spoof account. Just literally all of your ideas come from comments.
Yeah.
We could. You know, we are pretty close to the ocean. Isn't there a song like that? Cake by the ocean.
There is.
Cake. I just like the bakery. It's like code. We got
Yeah.
the bakery here.
Got the bakery. We had a podcast with a bakery.
Dave doesn't like checking cows, but he certainly wouldn't mind checking the bakery.
I mean, they feed cows cake.
They do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
If we came back this way, Prague checking.
So
That could have been a negative.
so when we had you on 2 years
Sure, could
ago,
have been
Uh-huh.
a negative.
the only real money you were making from what you're doing was the little bit that you got from like YouTube, and
Yeah, it's still
TikTok.
basically the same.
I don't believe that. Not with the amount of views and subscribers you have.
I basically
And now
still-
you have brand deals.
Yes, but he's saying that she's saying it's little money.
Oh.
Right.
He's saying
Yeah,
little money.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I didn't post anything on YouTube for the month of January, and I think I made like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for not putting any effort into that, that's a nice little amount of side chain. The most I've made
Residual?
off of YouTube in a month was like 4,000 when that reel went viral.
I have never
So-
seen people
And you
rate.
shut it down?
I'm not motivated by like cash, I guess. I have a couple brand partnerships, but yeah, I shut it down because there were so many. It was just like the weird crowd that it was bringing in. Because I'm not like I really believe in building a genuine audience. So
And so what are you going to be doing with the brand partnerships? Just videos?
Ag Gear is
Ag Gear.
a partner for this year, so I'll like you just wear their stuff and post it in videos, and that does a lot for merch companies that have clothing lines. They have really nice products that I've enjoyed wearing unsponsored. So as I continue with them, it's just really nice clothes. So I'm like, sure.
Yep.
So maybe I'll work with John Deere at some point.
Yeah.
That's always been the goal. So
Well, we're at the John Deere booth.
I know.
Are you hinting at something?
Oh,
Maybe.
I like that. It's kind of neat that you had that goal and that dream when we talked the last time to be able to have these experiences, turn it around into social media and YouTube and monetize it, and you're doing that. And you're doing it by your own choice.
Yeah.
Your own method, your own way, and you're staying true to yourself. You still got to figure that out sometimes, but you're staying true to yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know who yourself is, but it all
Yeah.
works out. You got to just keep figuring it out. So, and that doesn't come without making actions towards figuring that out. So,
So if you said you want stability. You want to find stability. If you had, the crystal ball or could make it happen, what do you think that looks like?
Isn't it a reality television show like that? Like
The Bachelorette?
Girl wants a farmer or something.
farmer wants a wife.
Farmer wants a wife? Wants a husband?
Honestly, if I was going to be smart and stable, I'd marry like a doctor because I'm not the doctor. And farmers go after nurses for the health insurance.
Which is the
Oh.
craziest thing in the world, because I have a nurse, and the health insurance for a nurse is terrible.
Yeah.
You'd think it would be good.
But he's married to a nurse and he's a farmer.
Yeah.
I am a farmer.
It's either nurses or teachers.
Maybe nurses
so
are just suckers
if I
for
wanted
farmers.
to marry a farmer, I would have to be a nurse or a teacher.
I think it's just nurses are wild. Every nurse I know.
And every
is like-
farmer wants a
And
wife.
every farmer wants a lady in the, and a,
So I don't know what stability looks like. I've
Lost all control of this.
Tanner's like, it's out the window. It's gone. Delete the whole episode. It's not.
All
gonna
right,
be
wrap up
posted.
question, and here
Third
we
time
go.
was not a charm for the podcast.
Tanner's just mad he didn't get a nurse.
Yes, he is.
I'm not mad at all. I got insurance covered.
Yeah.
But I think that, honestly, I just want to stay in one place, low population. I really like North Dakota because there's not a lot of people up there. Like, I come to California and I just cringe the whole time. And there's a lot of good people in California, but it's so populated and there's so many things that are affected by the government out here that it just makes it kind of undesirable to stay here long term. So I definitely like visiting. And then when it comes to like living expenses, you have to factor that into stability because it's like, okay, you're a farmhand that also has social media income. Like that is not reliable, and I don't rely on my social media income at all. Like that is a side, like it gets put away. Like I don't look at it because I'm like, it could all just disappear one day, and so I don't.
So are
depend on
you
that.
like have someone managing that, like an Edward Jones or something?
No, I really need to. I tried to manage your guys' stuff. That did not work out for me.
Into what?
Like when I was managing the social media and then I was on harvest, like during harvest in North Dakota, and I just like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
crashed off the radar surface because I was out of service. Like that's the problem is I do need a manager,
Right.
and people want me to help them with their social media, but I'm like I am drowning in my own.
Well, we knew the risk,
So
so it's okay.
It was fun.
I've been posting.
The reward
I've been
was
doing
worth it. Yeah, it was.
I know.
half the job, but at least I do it.
This has been really. I mean, honestly, you helped us grow just in the short amount of time that you helped us out.
Yeah, and it was fun, and I loved it, and I like honestly, I think about it, and I'm like, I should have just, I don't know, I like last year, like I said, with the whole mental thing, we didn't get into that, which is
I tried.
fine.
I tried.
Failed. But like there is so much stuff that the internet did not see last year that happened.
But isn't that the greatest thing? You don't have to show the internet.
Exactly. But like you want to at the same time because I like being real with people and I like letting people know that like, hey, everyone's struggling. Like everyone is out here just getting raw dogged by life. You know, like it's bad. And I talked to a lot of people last year that were like, yeah, I had a shit year. Like it was so bad for a lot of people. And so when you post about it, it makes it more normalized, and we can all build off of that and off of each
Right.
other because we weren't like put here to suffer all of
Yeah.
it by ourselves. So it's important.
And
to-
most of social media is everyone's highlight reels.
It is.
Exactly.
I
I mean,
guarantee
And that
that.
is
Dave was
so
literally
annoying.
posting that he was an exhibitor at the World Ag Expo this morning. He didn't
Living
say
on
it.
highlights.
I
But
didn't
he
say
he
it.
just
I
said
just posted a picture
a
of my
picture-
badge.
yeah.
That's all I posted.
by Whitaker Marketing. Yeah, it's a highlight.
You gotta
reel.
do what you gotta do.
I just posted a picture. You can take it however you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see that, like, and they're, like, personal things need to stay personal, especially when you're at the level of, like, 600,000 plus follow me. And there's a lot of things that I run into people at farm shows, and they know all this stuff about me, but I don't know them. So that's the part that, like, icks me out of sharing more personal things. But there's so many other people that do it that I'm like, what do I have to
Think
lose?
of like the people that were just at the Super Bowl though, like Brock
Yeah.
Purdy, like all the hate, all the everything, and I think you just got to weed it out and realize that you're always on camera. They have to be though
Yeah.
because their fans want it.
So it's just kind of, it's a weird world that we live in. So
You could just marry up and get somebody who's more popular than you are.
That's right. You need an athlete.
You need like an athlete, yeah,
like who?
like
Travis Kelce?
Kelce's brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, he's married. Travis Kelsey's the one
Travis
that's not
Kelce.
married yet.
Yeah. but like T Swizzy's got him.
Yeah, but that won't last.
It ain't gonna last.
I think
she
I'm
just
good.
needs a hit. Another hit single.
Another
Her
hit.
PR team's gonna find you and like cancel the whole podcast.
It's
So
for
I'm trying to,
sale.
like, I don't
Taylor.
even
Yeah.
T Swift on the podcast.
can be bought for the right amount of cash.
Do you know how many followers we get with Swifties?
We should just
Hey,
post it.
Did you guys know that we get to interview Brock Purdy?
What? Like
That's-
actually?
Yeah.
I heard that
Millennial
Farmer said
okay,
he was
no,
gonna.
you should make this happen. Millennial Farmer posted a TikTok.
Yeah,
that
he
if
did.
Brock Purdy wins, he can come run combine in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But if he loses, he gets to run grain cart.
Yeah.
And then I commented and said, so if he loses, can I come run combine while he runs grain cart? And he said yes. So
Nice.
if you guys get Brock Purdy to run combine with Zach, we can have like this big old trio.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That
There
would
we
be
go.
fun.
And
We
you
could
guys
do
can
the
come run the trucks.
we
Yeah.
could do the podcast recording over the radios.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And we just keep giving him shit. Like, God dang it. Get that auger out, Brock. God, he's slow. You got your auger's
Faster
just,
reaction time.
yeah.
You need to make
So-
quicker decisions.
You need
Yeah.
to make quicker decisions.
When are you guys doing that?
We don't know for sure, but we just know it's going to happen. It'll probably be this summer before preseason.
We should get him
Football.
to come to the Farm Progress show.
Well, we're thinking about that, but that'll be preseason football. So
Yeah.
it might be kind of hard.
I guess, yeah.
He's coming here in a couple of months for a.
Well, I mean, his in-laws farm in Iowa.
yeah,
And he went to Iowa State, so
yeah.
he's doing a football camp. My kids are going to it.
So
Yeah.
it'll probably be in studio, but we probably actually need, I mean, it's going to have to be like a live recording.
we're gonna have to have security.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
Like Taylor Swift level security.
But that'll be interesting.
We're gonna have
I
to
guess
buy a red.
comment on
we're gonna
this.
have to buy a
if
red
you are
carpet.
listening this deep, I'm curious. If we got a facility and we paid for the space and had enough room for 300 people or 500 people, would you
Honest-
pay
I
if you
think-
got
yeah.
if you could bring an item for him to sign? I mean,
think that would
I'd
be
pay
a very
$500 if I know I could bring
Yeah.
Iowa State helmet or a
Well,
San
he was in
Francisco
the
helmet.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, for crying out loud. People would travel for that.
We could even make that a connection too at the We Will Collective.
There we go. Yeah, pay
Part of
players.
the proceeds go and
Yep.
I
Yeah,
like
that'd be good.
that.
So, yeah, drop that bug in his ear about, like, combine in Minnesota. Because then I get to run combine. No, I would run combine.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're mixed up there.
Yeah. I'm always mixed up.
Hey, I like that. Well, we can get you unmixed up and ask you the question that we've been asking all of our guests recently. You've gone about your trek into agriculture trying to learn things new all the time. We want to put a compilation episode together to help those people that are scared to go learn something new take the first step. So how best have you discovered you pick up something new the fastest?
Watching. So, I think, like, everyone kind of disses on, not disses, but there's kind of like a negative connotation behind just riding buddy seat, but that's how I started. Like, I would bring guys that I knew lunch in the tractor, like, in a chopper, and I just watched. And so buddy seat operator hours are important. I guess observance hours are important. Like, they matter more than you think they do, and being involved in those observance hours, not just, tweedling off on your phone. The more you're involved in the asking questions and, like, just asking, like, hey, can you explain that? So,
We've had
and
a
most
lot.
people will just, like, shoot you in the driver's seat and be like, hammer down. So,
We've had a lot of people answer this with do. Just go do it. You learn best
Yeah.
by doing. I like your answer.
because, like, there's
You
a lot
can
of people
go do. Do might be step
Yeah.
2.
Exactly.
Go and watch somebody that's already doing it the way you want it done.
View, then do.
Well, the reality is that it's intimidating to
It's a new
just
t-shirt.
do it for a lot of people. I get a lot of messages about, like,
Keep going.
View the do.
I get a lot of messages about the people that lack confidence to actually just jump in equipment. Like, there's a lot of girls that message me. They're like, how'd you start? And most of the time I just tell them, like, I just went and did it. But it just starts with the buddy seat stuff. Like, and it's okay to say that. Like, hey, I started when I brought this dude or this girl lunch, Or, like, I just tagged along with someone. And there's so many people that are
That
willing
could be
to
your
give
YouTube
you a
channel,
chance.
the buddy seat.
The buddy seat.
It isn't, view, then do as a shirt is the opposite of look but don't touch.
It's like voodoo.
My mind is bad. My mind's bad. I'm just thinking the view, the do, and you taking lunch, and then it's like, all right, now here's dessert. Here's your cake.
Here's the buddy seat. Here's the buddy seat of
Literally
from the bakery.
It's red velvet.
Somebody
today.
needs to make a comic strip out of this entire episode, and
Like
it's
a
just
buddy seat, an
it's just a
operator
progression.
seat,
Yeah.
goes to a factory, and
Starts-
then there's a peach emoji.
starts with starts with a
So
large
there's
radiator.
the clip that he's taking right there. Peach emoji. I can see see it on the YouTube short already.
It is. It's going to start off
If
with a
you guys
large
use a
radiator.
photo clip from
continue
that
to slide
radiator
back.
video,
Yeah.
It would probably go viral.
We need to do that and the Laney Wilson
So
one. side
now we
by
got to
side.
follow up. How many people liked your video now?
Yeah, how many?
Yep.
Did we even?
it was
pull it
probably not any, honestly. Let's see.
Let's see. This is the
yeah.
social experiment.
Listeners, we got to talk with Ag with Emma. You can find her on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, maybe.
Not Snapchat.
Nope.
I don't open that anymore.
Don't open Snapchat anymore. Everywhere that you want to find her, and still putting out really great content. We appreciate you. Don't forget to go leave us 5-star reviews and type some fun messages into the comments. We do appreciate those on every platform and YouTube. We need to get some more boosted for our YouTube.
Yeah.
So go watch Emma and then a couple of our clips, and then go back to Emma. Got nothing?
208 views.
Well, that's not bad for
That's pretty good. And
45 minutes.
Yeah, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, for one that was like shadow ban, not shadow ban, but privated.
Sure. Now you can
I'll
switch
see-
it back.
Yeah, I'll see by the time this podcast comes out how many it gets.
There you go.
That'd be interesting.
So
Good. Awesome.
if
Thank
it ever
you.
comes out, you're
Thank
welcome.
you for taking time out of the field, even though you couldn't run, but taking time out of the field to come hang out
Yeah,
with us.
thank you for
What
letting
do,
me
what do you
help
call
them.
it when you don't just say I'm planting potatoes? Do you go I'm planting spuds?
It's planting potatoes.
Really?
Maybe some people call it spud. I'm planting taters
Planting
today
French
down,
fries.
down in the California. It's actually chips.
Chips.
There's different varieties and stuff like that. We
Tater
didn't really get
chips?
into that. We were kind of just talking about like weird stuff the whole time. I'm
That's
surprised.
pretty much the way the
Actually,
show
I would
goes.
love to hear what your guys' like listener retention is for this.
It'll be.
I bet you.
fantastic.
I bet you they hang on until about 26 minutes.
Yep, probably.
Those that really stick around are going to love the draft, and those that really love us are going to love the ending of this
The
show.
draft.
I need a draft of beer.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
Here we go.
Let's go get one. What do you
Thank
say,
guys.
Corey?
Hasta la pasta.
Pop a bottle on some wine from California. You deserve it.